Hi, I am Swapnesh Subramanian. In today's session, I'll be talking on the topic Manage Your Time Better for a Productive and Happy Life. Charles Dickens once said, "It is the best of times and it is the worst of times." It's very true about the current time also. We feel sometimes inadequate. We feel that we are literally swamped with the responsibilities and we don't know how to respond. We feel that there is never enough time to do everything you have to do. But it's a wonderful time to be alive. There have never been more possibilities and opportunities. So in this context, managing our time and being productive is very important. Once a philosophy professor stood before his class of students. He had a jar, some rocks, pebbles and sand in his hand. He first put the rocks into the jar and asked the student, "Is it full?" The students replied enthusiastically, "Yes sir, it is full." Then he put pebbles into the jar. He asked them again, "Is it full?" They said, "It's full." Finally, he filled the jar with all the sand he had. He asked the students, "What did you infer from this story?" Students said many answers. Finally, he said, "This jar represents your life, the time that you have. And the rocks represent the most important, the big things in your life, like family, the relationship that you have, which are really important. You have to give maximum priority to these rocks. The pebbles represent slightly lesser important things. They are important, slightly lesser important. Things like the job, which are transient. You can change a job. You cannot change your family. And the sand represent the lesser significant, the trivial things in your life. So if you first fill your life with sand, then you may not have enough space or time in your life for more important things. So giving priority is very important. So take care of the rocks first, the things that really matter and are critical to your long-term well-being and happiness. Make room for what is important. Time management is a misnomer. You cannot manage time. All of us have 24 hours a day. But what we can really manage is manage ourselves better, manage our time better. You can control where and how you spend the time and take actions to reduce or eliminate time wasters. There is a best-selling book written by Brian Tracy. The title of that book is Eat That Frog. The frog represents the biggest, most important task that you have to do. But the job is like that. It is important, but it is not very interesting. So you want to procrastinate and you want to do the small things first. But according to him, you do the bigger thing so that you are satisfied and you have enough energy to clear up these small things later. Mark Twain said, "If it is your job to eat a frog, it is the best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it is your job to eat 2 frogs, it is best to eat the biggest one first." So tackle the bigger, more important jobs first. Give proper priority. There is a concept called time quadrant. So all the activities that we have to do can be put in any of these it will go into some of these quadrants. The quadrants are divided based on 2 factors, important and urgent. The quadrant 1 represents the activities which are important and urgent. For example, you have an exam tomorrow. It is important and it is urgent also. Quadrant 2 is the most important quadrant. Ideally, you should spend more time in your life in this quadrant. That's a quadrant which represents activities which are important but not urgent. You have an exam 2 months from now. It is really important but not urgent as of now. So if you plan and work properly, that urgency will not be there and you can perform properly. Quadrant 3 refers to distractions and interruptions. Sometimes you get a lot of WhatsApp messages. You are very keen to reply to it immediately at the cost of some important activity you are doing. Okay? So avoid it. Try to avoid it. And quadrant 4, the activities should be avoided at any cost. These are the time wasting activities. I know many of my students, they spend a lot of time in games like PUBG and all, which are time wasters. So you have to try to spend more time on quadrant 2 by having long term focus. So these are some of the tips for proper time management: prioritizing, scheduling, keeping a to-do list, delegating, and having proper rest. Prepare a priority list, preferably as a written note. So do it the day before and have a look at it the first thing in the morning. Then prepare a proper schedule, give proper time to the activities that you have to do. Then just do it. Sometimes you cannot do all the activities on your own. You have to delegate some of the tasks to other people. And having rest is also very important. You have to take proper breaks and ensure that you are rejuvenated for the next activity. I'll tell the story of two woodcutters, Jack and John. Jack was a very hardworking guy, so he used to work all the time. But at the end of the day, he realized that John is somehow doing more than him. He is more productive. So he asked John, "How are you so productive? I am working much more than you, but still I am not able to produce as much as you do." Then John replied, "I take breaks in between and I polish or I sharpen my axe. I sharpen my tools." So this is what we have to do also. We have to take breaks in between. We have to improve our skills. We have to rejuvenate ourselves. Bill Cosby once said, "I don't know the key to success, but the key to failure is trying to please everybody." So don't try to please everybody by accepting everything they want you to do. Accept only things which are relevant for you. Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto gave a principle called Pareto principle. This is true for many of the economic activities in life. So it says that 80% of the results come from 20% of effort. For example, 80% of the sales may come from 20% of the customers. So we have to focus more on things or activities which are important, which falls in that 20% category, so as to maximize our productivity. Starting the day well, it is really important. So your morning routine sets the tone for rest of the day. First thing is wake up very early. Early risers have a lot of time left to accomplish all the tasks in the day. Think and read something positive. So starting the day with reading something positive sets the tone in that way. See, many people do what they do the first thing in the morning is they start reading newspapers and all. Nowadays the newspaper front page looks like the page of a horror novel. So try to read something positive in the morning. Do proper exercise. Doing some exercise, some yoga or some jogging, whatever you want to do. So having some physical activity rejuvenates your mind and the body. And eat a healthy breakfast. It is also important. So to have a proper priority list and set of activities, we should have goals first. What you want in your life? What exactly you want from a day? Write it down. Set a deadline for your goals and make a list of everything you need to achieve your goal. Organize the list into a plan and take action. Developing some keystone habits are important. Keystone habits have the potential to transform your life. You will be healthier and focused. For example, doing exercise every day can be a keystone habit. Keystone habits make it easier to start new habits also, and they make positive behaviors addictive. There is a concept of flow which was proposed by a Hungarian-American mathematician called Mihaly. According to Hill, we are most happy and most absorbed in our job when the skill level for a particular task is high and the challenge is high. For example, you are playing badminton with your friend. His skill level is very superior to you. Then next day we may not feel like going back to playing with him, but because we know that we are going to be defeated. Or you are playing with a very inferior guy to you in terms of his skill set. Then also we are not motivated to go back. So we have to choose activities and improve our skill set in such a way that we falls in the quadrant of flow, where the skill set is high and the challenge is also high. There's a power in focus. No matter what your objective you are trying to achieve, your stronger focus will have a positive impact. The way a lens which is focused can burn a piece of paper, your burning desire and proper focus will ensure that we are not doing things in a fragmented way. We can holistically complete the task that we are supposed to do. Now you may feel that what is the benefit in time management? Why should I take all this pain? So these are some of the benefits. Managing the time properly makes you punctual and disciplined, makes you organized, improves your confidence. You can achieve your goals faster and it reduces stress and anxiety. So thank you very much for your time. Manage your time properly, accord proper priorities to your task, make proper plans and be successful in life. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you.